You're marvelous and beautiful. So are you. Guess what? So are you. So are you. Guess what? So are you. So are you.
Wow. Incredible. That's incredible. Right? Oh my goodness. Good morning, beloveds. Wow. Wow. I see so many new faces, a lot of familiar faces. You may just be new to me. Some I'm seeing, I haven't seen you in a long time, so welcome back. Welcome home. It's so good to see you. If this is your first time, actually, let's start with second timers. If this is your second time here, would you raise your hand? This is more than your second time. If this is your first time here today, would you raise your hand? All right, 1, 2, we got a couple. Welcome, beloveds. Thank you for joining us today. Oh, it's so good to be here. Wow, so here we are at the end of August. August seemed to go by quick. July was like the endless July, right? The never-ending July with 5 Sundays. And then this month is only 4 Sundays. And so here we are on the last Sunday. And the topic today is passionately living your purpose out loud. Woo! That's a mouthful. Yeah. And so speaking of passionately living your purpose out loud, I'm not going to keep saying that. P-L-Y-P-O-L. Speaking of that, though, yesterday, a group of us, the Soul Support Team and our Board of Trustees for Awakening Ways Center for Spiritual Living, had a full-day retreat. And so, and we were facilitated by the wonderful Carrie Ascension, who is also here. And it was phenomenal. We visioned, we ate, we fellowshipped, we laughed, we cried, we ate again, and then we did some healing, we walked a labyrinth, we ate again. And it was so powerful. I left that retreat and I was so filled up with energy, and it was just so much goodness, and it was so great to be with these beautiful souls and to know that we're doing this thing together, I'm not Awakening Ways, we are Awakening Ways. And let me tell you, you have a powerful group of people who are sitting at the table of the Most High, if you will, and preparing the way, listening to the divine guidance, the guidance of Spirit that is saying, come this way, my love, right? And so this, of course, is happening for us as an organization, and this is also happening in our own individual lives. Spirit's calling us, come, and it's calling us into our greater yet to be, or our newness of now, right? Our new expression, and we are always becoming more of who we are. But it's not by adding things to who we already are, because who we are today in this moment, who you are today in this moment is enough. You are more than enough. And we're always becoming more of ourselves, right? And what that involves is letting go of who we think we're supposed to be, or who we thought we were, or who society tells us we're supposed to be, or who our family tells us we're supposed to be, right? And becoming more of who we are constantly. Isn't that fun? And so we had this retreat together, and we were doing exactly that. Listening to Spirit, listening to that guidance, becoming becoming more of who we are. And this month has been all about boldly stepping into who we came here to be, because Spirit is always evolving, isn't it? We know, it's a saying that we hear a lot, but the only thing constant is change. And we go, yeah, whatever. That goes right into the category of, well, life isn't fair. So anyway, but the deal is, things are constantly changing. All we have to do is look in the mirror, right? Things are changing. It's gradual at times, and then suddenly major transformation, right? And so our lives are constantly changing, and so are the structures in our lives, and the communities in our lives are constantly changing. And the calling for us is, who are we being, and what are we being within this community, Who are we called to be? There's something that is pulling us into a greater expression, and sometimes we feel like, but I don't have time, or but that's not going to work because XYZ, or but these people are better at it than I am. Whatever. That's what I have to say to that, and so it is. Whatever, right? You are going to continue to be called to your greatest yet to be, and until you actually agree to it. Now, whether your greatest yet to be is to step into retirement, or to step into a whole new career, fully and wholly, and it could be to step into a more committed relationship, or into whatever, it's going to be different for everyone. But whatever that greater yet to be is what we're called to really step into, because our passion is what the world needs, right? It was Howard Thurman who said, don't ask what the world needs, ask what makes you come alive, because what the world needs is people who have come alive. And so as we come alive, we experience passion in what we're doing and the way we're being in the world, and we're doing what we love. And have you noticed, when you're doing what you love, you seem to have all the energy in the world, like you could stay up late hours and do a ton of different things. Or, you can have a full-time day job and also have a full-time ministry, because you're just doing what you love, right? Like you're teaching, and then at times you think, how am I going to do this? And Spirit's like, you're not alone, we're doing this thing, right? And it's happening, and it's easy, and it's not work, it's fun. And so what a beautiful gift to get to do what you love and get paid for it, yes? Right? Reverend Diane, oh yeah. Yes, it's a beautiful thing. So friends, our passion ignites our purpose. Whatever we're passionate about ignites what our purpose is in the world. And as we align ourselves with that inner feeling, with that passion, we can really transform to the next level and share it on an outward or in an outward way. And the calling for us is to confidently embrace our purpose and step fully into our co-created new expression, whatever that is for each of you, and whatever that is for me too. So remember, the universe does not make mistakes, my friends. We're all here by divine appointment to add to the expansion of the world. And we are actually the perfect co-creators with Spirit in order to accentuate our unique passion and purpose. So it is actually our Spirit-infused responsibility to share our gifts authentically. Yes? It's our responsibility. So we all have a passion which becomes more evident as we listen to that inner guidance, as we listen to that inner voice. We know what to do, when to do it, and how to do it. And so keep listening. If you're not in the space to take that step in and boldly be what you came here to be, keep listening, because Spirit's going to tell you the exact time to do it. It's like I'm preaching to myself. There's people here. That was so weird. It was cool, but it was interesting. So, you with me, right? Yeah. How do we have, and by the way, that's the difference between you and me, which is I'm doing this in public. Like, you guys are on this same path, right? You're growing spiritually, and you're expanding and consciously becoming more of who you came to be. Just like me, I'm doing it in public, though. I'm doing it in public, and prayerfully, my doing it in public will allow you to see areas in your life where you can grow and expand in ways that you haven't before, and know that you're going to be okay. Right? Yeah, you're going to be more than okay. You're going to be amazing. Okay. There we go again, right? So, wow. So we seize the day when we step boldly into our creations. Spirit is constantly showing us what's coming. Have you noticed this? Have you noticed it's constantly showing you what's coming? And if you're paying attention, you're taking heed, and it's like, okay, there's all of these spiritual breadcrumbs that you're getting, that you're going to know that you are in the spot at the right time, exactly where you're supposed to be for that bold step. So we are co-creators in this realm, and we're called to remember that. We're co-creators, and we're guided by our passions. We're not here to blindly stumble through the journey, but to deliberately create a painting. Sometimes we can fall into that sense of, well, I'm just going to go where the wind blows, like a leaf, but you're not a leaf. What do you love? What do you want to experience for yourself and your life? The canvas is blank for you. You get to choose. You get to choose the color of paint. How cool is that? You get to choose it. And you get to choose what is going to be placed on that canvas. And as you do, you set your intention out. And then that's like throwing your hat over the fence. And then your life becomes about going to get the hat. Wow. You are co-creating. We're always co-creating. So quantum physics supports this concept and supports that what we give our focus and attention to, we create matter from. What we think about, we bring about. What we're focusing our attention on is creating our experience for us. Everything is energy, and when our focused energy vibrates on the same wavelength of our visualized outcome, shift happens. Yes, thank you. Right? So, when our focused energy vibrates on the same wavelength of our visualized outcome, that's when the shift happens. What do you think? Yes, amen. What you're thinking about, you're bringing about. What do you want to see in your life? What do you want to experience? Like, the world is your oyster, I had that image just pop into my mind of, I actually remember the Sears catalog. It was still out when I was a kid, and it was like this giant thing. Who remembers the Sears catalog? Thank you. You are my people, right? And it was like, I don't know, seemed like it was that big, but I was a kid, so it was probably more like that. But I would love to pull open that catalog and just flip the pages with my little highlighter pen. I like that, and I like that, and I like that. Ooh, that's real expensive. I like it, though. And I'm going to circle it because it's just cool, And I would do that, and I think I still probably do that. Not with the Sears catalog, but, we create vision boards, don't we? Right? So that experience, that's what this life is, right? This life is for you to create what you would love for yourself, and you get to choose. You're not a leaf blowing in the wind. And so we're co-creating in this life together. We're co-creating, meaning I'm co-creating with the divine. I'm co-creating with the people around me. Our board of trustees and our soul support team, we're co-creating an experience of the Awakening Ways Center for Spiritual Living it's amazing. It's powerful, this community. You guys are powerful. Something wonderful is happening. It's so good. So, so good. So we're guided by our passions. We have an inner compass that knows what to do and when to do it. And when we're in alignment, our inner self is like shouting, yes! You know that feeling? Like, yes, this is it. This is it. And then there's that other part of you that's a little scared and a little nervous about it. And it's saying, but what about this? Don't wear that. Don't do this. You're going to look like that. Oh my God. What's going to happen if? What about that? You're laughing because you can relate. And meanwhile, you're like the train is leaving, right? And it's going because you're standing in that magnificence. That part of you that knows, and it knows what it knows, and it knows that it knows, like Toucan Sam, is saying yes. Yes. So we're now just catching up in form with it, right? So that's kind of fun to imagine. And then sometimes we have downtime, don't we? We have this downtime where we think nothing is happening. Oh, it's so boring. I don't have, you're in the in-between, right? And it's in those stages where I remind myself, hey, this is your time to rest. Because what I have seen consistently is that things start to happen. And when things start to happen, they really take off, right? It's like they get momentum and inertia sets in, and then it's like on fire, and there's this huge snowball or whatever you want to call it, whatever metaphor you want to use. It starts to happen, and so enjoy the downtime. Enjoy your time in rest where it feels like or seems like you're not there yet or the thing isn't quite happening as you would like it to. Just enjoy that rest. Are you with me on that? Yeah. Yeah, right? It always picks up. It always starts to happen. And in those moments, I also think of it as me being prepared, right? So in that waiting, it's like, oh, we just don't like to wait. We're impatient. We want it now, don't we? But we're being prepared inwardly, maybe outwardly. We're being prepared for what is coming next. And it is ours to rest and get ready. Are you ready? Yeah. So another good thing to remember is that we've been given a human body with an expiration date. I said it, I know. It's we don't like to think about that, but we have. Like my experience in this body, this soul that is here right now, in this body, thank God for this body. Sometimes I'm mean to it, and I don't like it. But wow, if not for this body, there wouldn't be a way for me to move through this world, right? But this body has an expiration date. So it's good to remember this. We don't know the time or place that our physical form will actually transition, but it's inevitable. So remembering that, how would we live? How would we do and be in our lives differently if we knew there was a shorter amount of time left, right? So, in other words, what priorities would we shuffle? What priorities would we shift? What would we release? What would we let go of that is no longer serving us because we have this amount of time here in these bodies and we want to experience certain things, You have a passion that you want to pursue and express in your life and be more of yourself, more that you came here to be. But are you holding on to some other way of being or something else because it's comfortable?